So today, this Friday morning, we are going to be doing a little review of just a few of the lessons that we shared here this week. And we focused this week on freedom, and yet it was indirect. Not every day was using the word freedom or trying to develop the concept of freedom. It was more just about letting go and letting love be love. There's a great line from St. Francis where he says, "Why is love not loved?" This really is the only goal, the only focus of any spiritual path. For us to be in love with love itself, which is just another way of saying to be in love with all that is, which is another way of saying to be in love with the truth of who I am, that I am presence that's within, acting through each one of us right now. And that's why this is a devotional path. Devotional meaning giving our whole heart, our whole mind, and our whole soul to love. It's not about loving something outside of us, but it is about giving everything to that love and that light that is our foundation. To think that it's anything else is just to be distracted or to be in the mind, to think that the mind can catch what the mind has no idea or understanding of. The mind has no net to catch this fish, but the heart knows that it's already within. It has already been held. And so these lessons this week were all about the freedom to be able to hold that love, for love to be loved. What we sometimes have to let go of, what we sometimes have to look past in order to allow that love to come into clear and direct focus. So what I've done is I've highlighted a few lines from this week's lesson. So what I'll do is I'll begin by just reading each one of these very slowly. See if you can catch this. See if you can allow the net of your heart to be cast and thrown into the water and to allow this amazing harvest to be gathered and to be enjoyed. So here we go. I'll just read these and then we'll go back and look at them a bit more slowly. I can do nothing on my own, simply because on my own I am nothing. But I am nothing without you, and yet together we are everything. I am nothing without you, yet together we are everything. And herein lies your freedom, the acknowledgement that we are one. If you want peace in your life, then give yourself to the God of peace, who gives only what it knows itself to be. Once again, if you want peace in your life, then give yourself completely to the God of peace, who gives only what it knows itself to be. Peace is God's will, because peace is the essence of God. And God cannot will apart from what God is. And since you are one with God, this same law applies to you. It's impossible for you to offer anything unless it is of your nature. And what is not of your nature you cannot give, since it is not real. What is not of your nature you cannot give, because it is not real. Remove from me the very thought and idea of me. Let this be your prayer, for the idea of you to be removed from you, leaving only the reality that is forever loved by God. Remove from me the very idea of me. I am asking you to take my hand and step into an eternal embrace where there is no rust and no moth to destroy that which has always been yours? Why cling to a world where everything you seem to have can be lost in an instant? The world where I am leading you is beyond the reach of such things. If only you would trust me. I will not betray you, but you have betrayed yourself. You've been betraying yourself by accepting something other than what you are. That's all this is saying. To accept anything other than love is to betray yourself. And to seek anything outside of you, thinking that you can be filled when you're already full, that you can receive something when you already have everything, this is the illusion. And this is the tripwire. The tripwire that keeps you from seeing that you are everything and that love is fully contained within you now. Therefore, how could you desire or need anything outside yourself when everything is perfectly given? You are the very essence of love. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, but within, to seek and to find. So let's begin at the beginning. You can do nothing on your own simply because on your own you are nothing. That sounds very defeatist at the beginning, but then it goes on and says, I am nothing without you either. The I am presence that you're recognizing is nothing without you, but who you really are, the truth of who you are, because together we are everything. And I can't deny you without also denying everything. So the I am presence within you never denies you. It fully accepts you, completely accepts you, waiting for you to completely and finally accept yourself. And herein lies your freedom, the knowledge that we are one. How beautifully put. This is so simple. This is not complicated. This is not theoretical or intellectual. This is direct to the heart, direct to the source and the core of who you are. The next one, if you want peace in your life, then give yourself to the God of peace, who gives only what it knows itself to be. God only gives love only gives love. Let's put it that way. I think it's easier to access when we say it like that. Love only gives love. What is whole only gives wholeness. Peace only offers peace. And you, the truth of who you are, is the same, though you've tried to imagine that you can give something other than love or peace or wholeness. And you failed. Thank you. The greatest failure ever. You failed to give anything other than love. You have imagined it, and you imagined it quite well. In doing so, you've created a whole world where that strange imagination can be let loose and can seem to impact the truth of who you are. But it never did, never will. So finally, allow love to be loved. Allow love to be loved, and all of this flows naturally into that infinite ocean. And of course, the one we shared a couple of days ago, remove me from the very idea, the very thought, the very concept of me. Let me go. I don't need this illusory separate self anymore, because I am fully confident that whatever I need in the moment to navigate through time and space is going to be given to me. I don't need to try and seek it or hold on to it or make it the king. I can allow the servant to be the servant. So remove this from me. I know that love is enough. God is enough. And if I just allow that love to be loved, the essence of who I am emerges and rules through love, with love, in love. And finally, let me read this final part one more time. I am, the I am presence within you, is asking you to take really your own hand. I'm asking you to take my hand, but it's really your own hand, your own true presence, and step into an eternal embrace. Eternal means it's unchangeable. There's nothing you can do to change it. An eternal embrace where there is no rust and there are no moths to destroy what is real. Your true wealth. There's no rust, no moth to destroy that which has always been yours, that which can never be taken away. So, why do we cling to a world where everything that you seem to have can be lost in an instant, with fire or wind or earthquakes or anything at all? Gone. But this is not where your true wealth is. Your true wealth is that which is always within, whole and complete, can never be taken away. Cling to that. Why is love not loved when it's this simple? The truth and the essence of who you are right now. The world where I am, the I am presence within you, is leading you, is beyond the reach of all of these things. If only you would trust that presence within you. If only you would trust the presence within you, which will never betray you. The idea of you, the concept of you, has betrayed you over and over and over again, and yet you still trust it? Why trust the untrustworthy? Trust only that which has never, could never betray you. The presence within you that is all things in one direct whole experience of your love and loveliness. It's right there, right now, if you would but claim. Let's take a deep breath. That song that we heard in the beginning. At last I see you. My eyes are open. My eyes are finally open and I see you. My mind at last is open and I know you. My heart at last has opened and I love you. I love you. Let that love fill all of those seemingly empty spaces that you've tried to fill with things that are outside yourself that will never fill you. Let the love that is your foundation overflow with a flood of grace. And in doing so, to fill completely that which you've always been.